Line Gate Initiation, Rebirth with the Angels, Become One with the Many. Right. This is an online gathering with angelic guidance and a light language activation. I just want to make sure I just remembered something. Yeah, you guys can see me. Okay. So everyone, you clicked and you received the call. You felt called to join me here today in this gathering. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This online gathering, this angelic guidance, and this light language activation is to help you come to the table of plenty, to go into good cosmic order and reground. Now, for me, this showed up last week, okay, with the upheaval of the cosmic events that have been happening and surrounding us presently. And for me, this really showed up. I was having a lot of fear just come up, right? And it was fear about using my voice and speaking out, okay? And I kind of clicked tonight that really it came down to judgment. And, I thought that I couldn't speak, all right? But I heard a new voice, one where I could speak. I wasn't aware of the fear until it actually surfaced, and these cosmic events around us are actually showing us where to move and what to break free of, our fear. Even without understanding at the time, I knew I had to speak about it, and that's why I'm here today, people. What I went through with this gateway approaching, my fears resurfacing without recognition of better speech patterns inside. What we do tell ourselves matters. That is why I've been guided here tonight with actually not much time to spare, everybody. I think I put this up online about 4 days ago or something. The angels kind of gave me a nudge, like, yep, went to go write my podcast, to go channel my weekly podcast with them. And this came through and said, and, that was the fear that they were showing me. Oh my God, I can't do this in time. Who's going to show up? I have no idea. I've never been on, Eventbrite or Meetup. But I just really needed to break that fear. So, that was the universe doing this created shift, this enormous shift that we're going through at the moment. It kind of forced me to face my fears, and I'm pretty sure this is what it's doing to other people too, because I went online and did a live, I asked, and a lot of people are receiving the same type of rebirth patterns at the moment, because we are a collective, right? So I'm stepping up into my higher timelines. So thank you all for showing up and allowing me to channel for you tonight and do my first actually ever light language event online. I use it in my work, but online like this, new scenario for me. So thank you. So the universe wanted to remind me that this is a gift and not a curse, even though when we're stepping and going and shifting, it really feels awful and dense and horrible, but it's really a gift. The universe showed me the door, and I answered, I entered, past my setbacks of the time restraints. So the message is, people, let love anchor in your heart instead of the fearful patterns that we speak to ourselves. Okay, so thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to the angels. Okay. So, welcome to the Lion Gates portal, the 8-8. So there's no coincidence that I chose 8 p.m. so that we got the 888 there vibe happening. So we could have the real experience of this massive upgrade. With love and respect for ourselves and all that we have gathered here with today. Thank you. So my name is Amanda Howes, if I have not introduced myself already, and I am your host this evening. I'll be guiding you through a time of change that comes with some unrest as we break ground and enter new possibilities. Just like the story I told you about me breaking through into the new timeline. All right. So I have my guide through the night here. The angels, as we rebirth into sanctum. A lot of you here may have never heard of me, but the last few years I've worked quite continuously and heavy with the angels. So I'm a bit of an angel medium, you could say, about really what we're talking about tonight: breaking new bread, finding new possibilities, pushing through lots of many different fears. So we have with us tonight Archangel Haniel. She was really the guiding spirit of this channel. Okay, she has a very soft energy and she's very nurturing. And you can maybe hear my voice change a little. It's because I can feel her presence a lot right now. We also have Archangel Gabriel. He comes with a sense of direction and a very shining light. Okay, he kind of feels like sometimes sand that's just sparkling all over my soul and all over my body. And I'm explaining this to you guys because everyone can tune into these frequencies. I think there might just be one more person that's just emitting. Sorry about that. Yes, so we've got Gabriel, and also we have Archangel Michael with loving protection. Okay, so all of them are strongly felt within this transmission today and the frequency and the messages that are coming through. Haniel was very strong in your light language activation. Okay, so it's creating a very beautiful and safe container for here tonight. Right. I found it was really important to have the angels' words, what I channeled here, word for you guys to read as I go along. I know this helps me sometimes, just to help us progress with the messages. So I'm just going to read this one for you and then just explain it a little bit more. The archangels are here to support your ascension journey. Step up into your birthplace. Here is where we find what is in lack and where we can find central gravity. Being abundant is about being a team player. Have faith and let the stars take course. Let the channeled messages from the angels support you and to anchor abundant timelines, and let their waves of angelic imprints hold you lovingly in this new place of freedom. It's all about being your own star. It is a gift. As you anchor in this experience, you may feel conscious growth patterns emerge like butterflies. Heaven, the angels, support you on this journey. You are never alone. We are many. You can find your rock and your safe spot inside. There have been many obstacles on the journey, and all were pure. We are here for rebirth, to build our temple strong. We must step up into a higher frequency than we were at before. That is the hour where we are now collectively. These energy shifts are gateways to our inner being. Slow movement for sure, yet it is in our greatest hour that we find the biggest consciousness shifts. And when I channeled this, I was shown a big bang, a conclusion. I see a new route, an avenue, an opportunity, proof that the trial has ended and you have reached your 0 point. That is, an understanding is gained, value is learned, and grace is met. Okay, all of this is or happening coherently. All right, so what the angels mean by this is to find your glue. Abundance follows from love and honor of the fold of time. By that they mean our 3D life experience. It's about being kind and in service to creation, not our inner wants. For example, because I know we all should have our inner wants, but what they mean is it's when ego tells us, we want to say, our ego is telling us we want to have the perfect body, then we will be loved. It is this that holds us back from our true potential. What they mean is it's what we lack. We don't need to have the perfect body. We just need to be in love with ourselves. That's the lack. So in order to find courage, we must face fear. Kind of like what I did today, having to come do this event last minute and put it all together in like a few days while I'm juggling everything else going on. And we just have to balance the scope with equal measure, not listen to those things that we normally tell ourselves that set us back from being in our greatest timeline. Where's the 0 point? I did talk about that. When you face your fear, you've conquered death and can start anew. Like now in the Lion's Gate, the angels ask, what's holding you back from inner peace and abundance? And yes, it is held within. The angels answer this for us. It's the idea that you were never valued to begin with. You are the creator. Be your own source of love and protection. Find faith there, not lack. There are many 0 points that surface over time. Allow space to enter yours. As you see in the picture up in the corner there, an image that the angels put in my mind, little vision. The dots are representations, these little dots here are representations of our rebirths, of new light as we conquer fear. We pivot and move in another direction. It's here we move in more abundant fashion as we create space for more to enter into our lives. I ask, what are you holding on to? A little takeaway to think about as you move through the Lion's portal. Many eagles on the ground with bird's eye views all collect streams of cosmic growth and support for the collective. We are one, all heard from the eagle's eye view, the nest. The ground gets wet and tired, but we can come to understand the plan of opportunity, a new gateway of many right angles, all obtuse to each other. We need to support each other to grow into the butterflies out of the cocoons or the master of our destiny. So what they mean by obtuse, which is actually open kind of angles, and I'm not a mathematician, so I ended up having to Google that once I heard it. These are the overlapping of who we are. They're kind of these little things here. Individually, they're kind of the overlapping of who we are individually and collectively in totality. If you see the picture, it's our individual and collective consciousness or life, all obtuse segments overlapping each other. And I'm not sure if you can see, but there's actually some more little lines in between these white lines here. Just a little bit hard to see last minute. But why? Because we co-create and affect each other with the beauty in the inside. We create a strong unit. With beauty on the inside, we create a strong unit. So that's a little bit about our collective spirit there, everyone, and how that works. So the next section of this, they're going to bear with me because they're very confusing statements. The angels gave us some little puzzlers, some little, I want to say mind hacks, I want to say mind Fs, but I'll read them first and then explain them. Okay. They puzzle us with this. Many seldom fashion the rope that tight that they can't see their way out of the plan. The second one, that misery casts a dark spell, an illusion that warrants no man, no equal as the light is to the day. And I honestly was like, come on, angels, I have no idea what you're talking about. So this is what they said. The first one, it's suggesting that when people have no restrictions, they see the plan as justifiable. The angels ask, why not ground another belief that everything is in order, the cosmic flow of cause and effect, that is faith and trust? The second statement seems to justify the means, that dark's cast seems unfair and unimportant, that music does not flow with time, that the cosmic balance is to flow with an equal equation. To see past the illusion of fear, we must notice and believe in the light. I know it's a lot to take in, and actually still when I reread it takes me a lot to dig into there. So basically there's two perspectives. The first one seems very all light, and the second one has a very darker type of, perspective. And what the angels say with these two different personality types or perspectives, if we're being more one than the other, they say they haven't seen the whole scope. One experience through time. They support each other. We've all heard about balance and harmony, right? Yeah. Okay. They want us not to fear death, but to restart into a new timeline where hope exists. Without battle, where would I be? They ask. And they replied, in disillusionment. Take your power. Be the many. All right. No man is created equal. We face battle here. No, I did not understand that either. I asked, and they said, because they haven't seen themselves as equal as the many. Past the I, the ego, past the black and white, and into unity. We've all heard about people projecting, and when we're out of balance and when we're out of sorts, we do that. We kind of spell cast ourselves and we project it onto others, right? So you don't want to be the person that's living all in the dark and projecting onto the light, and you don't want to be the person all in the light projecting onto the darkness and kind of warring with each other, I guess, and that can be internally and it can project externally. And I think that is what they're trying to say. All right, be whole. When we do this, as they say, when we do this, we cast a spell. Be the many, be whole. We have to know that it is always just. The many moves and circles we go through are for a collective spirit, a collective rising in frequency. Many moves on the chessboard to being our own inner guide. Freedom reigns here. Free will is opportunities cast. It must be respected at all costs. That is high altitude. That is, we can't see service as black and white. We have to find altitude with each other. Your highest team is that which finds you. The highest possible team is brought to you. I'll get back to that. With rebirth, we are set to face challenges Everything is in order, they remind us, and with honor we cut through the cord of insecurity and begin to see our missteps as new beginnings. Seeing one as all black makes the obtuse, if you remember from the other slide, these little angles that overlap, and meaning the greatness of that angle in our collective is what the angels put it as, impossible to bear. Okay. Imagine seeing yourself and all of the world as evil, a very dark place to experience life in. Seeing ourselves as all white harms our victimhood. And yes, everyone has a victimhood archetype. We all have it, and it just needs balancing. Not all in victim, all in non-victim. Just balancing. There has to be honor there for creation, for how we feel at the time. We've got to honor those feelings. It's about making peace and flow with all of creation. Okay, so seeing ourselves of that now, it harms our victimhood, and we can't break the spell of disillusionment, what we talked about in the other slide. So imagine seeing yourself and others as good all the time, and we get, and I hate to say it, I don't want to go into judgment, but we get a lot of light workers that kind of do this spiritual bypassing spell. I'm sure everyone here's met one, or maybe you've gone into it. I have in the past, no doubt, and we want to see the good in the time, and we want to believe that we're all good all the time, and this can cause some damage. So imagine seeing yourself and others as good all the time, leaving yourself wounded for not taking right action to protect yourself from wrongdoers and doing. And that really does happen, and it's quite scary to actually witness it happen to people. Okay, so what did they want to say here? That there are many lessons to achieve altitude. There are many missteps, and all are with a foundation for growth. And this kind of reminds me of the picture in that first slide at the beginning, one of the beginning slides, with the 0 point, with the timeline and the pivoting and the shifting and the reaching the 0 point, facing a fear. See, these pivots and missteps, they grow our light by the experience and the growth that we have fashioned, new self-esteem, new value, and rebirthed new opportunities. We are blessed in this life, and that's how the angels see it. When I first awoke, I'm going on a tangent here, I asked them so many questions about why things happened and how they can always see it as just and beauty. And I guess because this is why. This is what they're saying. All right? We can rest knowing we are never all dark. We are never all light. We are abundant here. We are safe. We can protect ourselves and find new light whenever we are in a dark place. We just have to support life and nature's order. I love that. It's a good reminder that we're still part of nature. Now, I say this quite plainly, otherwise you can get into lack with abundance. So we need the balance for the abundance. Honoring your code, your life and feelings are important. With love, we give you the lessons you need to require your heart's desires. This is the angels. You just have to meet them with equal measure. Let love flood your heart when your ropes are pulled too tight, and everyone has them. Everyone has some ropes or some injustices or some feelings that, really pull them in many directions and put them in lack, feelings of inadequacy, feelings of scarcity, all that humanhood, right? Let love flood your heart. Build that esteem so that you can be the creator and create better choices and create hope and justice and brilliance. Okay. And when you overgive yourself, let the emotion, and that could be, say, annoyance. I'm really annoyed, I'm really angry, whatever it is, flood you so that you can move that gate to balance, to light giving for all concerned. All have value. All right. So on the slides picture here, I've placed a black circle and a white circle actually on top of each other. I've layered them, and as you can see, they've made grey. All right. Okay. And the angels say it to me all the time, live in the grey. You know, okay, the harmony as we break bread is how they put it. Okay. Without life, there is no ending, a beginning, or a story. The picture is to keep it clean with many roads and doors to greater understanding of the abundance on offer of love that we keep within us at all time. That ever presence that never leaves our side, love, spirit of oneness. It is written in your code, in your DNA, in your absolute beingness. It is always found within, in your story. Sit back now, everyone. I suggest you take some deep breaths and enjoy your light activation, which I voice recorded on my phone while I was tapping this away on my keyboard when it was coming through. For allowing space into your heart. This is what these codes are about. This activation is to open your heart and for gentle spirit, Okay. And before I do that, my dears, here's a beautiful, beautiful picture here of all the elements of existence to remind us that it's not black and white. You know, where we have earth, air, fire, water, and the light and the dark shades that they do, but they're all life-giving, and we forget that that's the plan. It's a spell otherwise, that it's all life-giving. And this kind of represents the oneness and the wholeness and the ether, the presence around it, a harmony of creative forces. They're reminding me right now that we're never, ever, ever in lack. That's the strength of it, is what they're saying now. They're saying, I think that's trying to say how they view it. That's the strength of it from their higher perspective. Okay, everyone. So please enjoy this activation, and hopefully, if this works, it should play automatically. Be a rock, you are grace. Tiana, 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 Iriana, Iniana, Iniania, Shirana, Tiana, Kiatoina. You are important. Irana, Irana, hear these words. Kiana, Tini, ni, 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 ni. Iramatina, Irana, Irana. In your flow you see a rock. May the blessings of 1,000 rays of sunlight focus on your heart now. In this time and in this place, we begin once more to see. We are the answer that we seek. Iriani. Live again in abundant flow of the many. Find your source in every road met, in every life encounter, in every turning of need. Kieta, Kieta, you are your heart's guidance. You are the blessing at every turn. You are your own gate. Kiana, Kiana, Liana, Yana, Kiana, Hina, Mina, Shiana, Tiana, Kiana, Hirata, Hirata, Miani, Yakoena, Shiratania, Loom. Open and let love flow into you, into you. Kiriania, Kiano, Yana, Tiana. Open your hearts to new beginnings now. Kiana, 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 sweet. Embrace, order, and allow center. Find your tally as the words you speak. Kirana, Tia, Kirana, Kirana, hear my soft voice. Shiana, Kiani, this is my central temple. This is my heart giving. This is my open space. I am life affirming. Kiata, Kiata, Kiata. I grow gently. There's an abundance of codes flowing in. Gently, gently, gently. Let these flow into you. Iana, Iana, Iana. Ooh, 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 ooh. You might feel this in your throat chakra. Ooh, 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 ooh. Blessings, Kiana, Kia, Kotuniana, Iata, 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 Iata. Great freedom in our speech. Kiana, Kia, Koniana, Miana, Toina. Hiana, Kiana, Toi. Hiana, 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 Hiana. Fly free like a bird, dear one. Kiana, Kiama, Kia, 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 Kia. Shiana, Kiana, Toi, na hin mi inia, ka iwana, ini, 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 ini. Hiana, Kia, Anotoi. Hiana toi, hiana toi, hiana toi, hiana toi. Great blessings, everyone. There was some work done to your throat chakra just then. That was a rebalancing, okay, a rebalancing, allowing you the freedom to use your voice. And this correlated to your higher mind as well, okay, all in service, all right, to be able to speak your mind, but with that presence thought, all right. Thank you. Thank you, kind souls. Blessings, blessings, blessings. Kiana Toi, everyone. That was wonderful. I hope you received that with your blessed hearts. Okay. So before I move to the last slide, I just want to ask the angels for any more guidance. So they're saying to shift these timelines, it's about becoming one with the many, to shift into, their higher timeline. And they're saying with flow, with freedom, love, our inner guidance, and with honor and creation. They're reminding us of kind of what we talked about tonight, about just being the creator, just allowing yourself to give birth, just allowing yourself to be and to move through with ease and grace, and to remember to go gently within, okay? That really holds high spirits. Okay. And they're always here to protect you. It's what they do. They're saying it's how they serve. Okay, it's almost like I want to say it's their purpose, but they're using the word, it's how we serve. That's how they're saying it. Okay. Just to find your flame, they're also saying, which I believe they're trying to say, like, you don't have to wear a mask. Just be true to you. Right. I think that's what they're saying there. Many different voices. They're reminding me now, many different voices. Okay. All in love step. All in love step. It's a little bit about letting go of some of that inner critic and a hate, or this hate, and just embracing change instead, embracing cosmic order, right? So a lot of these projections are coming from that hurt, those hurt feelings we carry inside, and how we view ourselves. And they're saying it's how we project, it's how we protect ourselves by doing that. It's kind of how they're putting it right now. So find faith in a new start, okay, and allow cosmic order. The change is great. They're reminding us in the collective right now, and they're kind of actually saying that's what's meant by Holy Spirit. But is there anything else they want to say? Just allow center, which is harmony, okay? It's also being in your heart space, but it's allowing, well, that's what they mean by it. Then you're in your center, okay? You're gonna leave some of that cause and effect there behind. As we come into greater understanding of ourselves and of service, allow light to flood your being. We are one. Be merciful and abundant within. That is your gate. They're reminding me now anything is possible. Just have faith. Speak gently with reserve, with high spirits. Sira natuk na iniakawana. All right. In service to all great and wise. Freedom at every bend. Let love be your gate. Love the universal code of justice. Archangel Michael loves to talk about justice. Love the universal code of justice. The square, that beautiful picture we saw before of the elements, the square in its entirety. Many blessings. I am. Find your tally as the road that you speak. Thank you, universe. Thank you, angels. Thank you, everyone who showed up for this gathering. Thank you for breaking bread with me tonight. All right. They want us just to believe that we are the miracle. We are the miracle that we speak into the fold of creation. Okay. So be kind and gentle and find your reserve, your soft spot. Amen. Blessed be. I think that I'm done there. I think that I'm done. Here and now. They're going to make me even want to sing again. That soft, those soft. I can't remember how it goes now. But thank you, everyone. Thank you kindly for showing up. I might stop the recording now and unmute everyone if anyone's still around and wants to ask any questions or have a chat.